Welcome to your PBL Module 2. This video is going to give you a brief overview of today's activities. The work that you do today will be completed within the Module 2 folder on Schoology. While brainstorming a discussion about the material with your colleagues is encouraged, please complete activities independently. Our objectives for today's work are to discover the difference between a project as dessert versus a project as a main course, to identify strengths and weaknesses of sample projects, and to create one driving question for a potential project. As a reminder, this is the second of 5 overall modules for the year. Today's topic is focused on the challenging problem or question element of PBL Works' 7 essential project design elements. As a reminder, last month you were introduced to the gold standard PBL model with the 7 essential project design elements. If you missed the last module, know that you can find resources related to this model in the Module 1 folder. Today, we are starting to dive deeper into this model by looking more closely at what it takes to develop a challenging problem or question that will drive a PBL unit. In addition to this, we'll also be exploring the differences between doing a project and doing project-based learning. Additionally, as you complete these modules this year, all of our activities are designed to answer our own driving question, which is, how can we plan an effective project for all of our students? So let's quickly go through your tasks for the day so that you can get started. You will begin by clicking on Task 1, Create a MyPBLWorks account within the Module 2 folder. Clicking the link will direct you to this PBL Works page. It guides you through the steps to set up a free PBL Works account. An account is needed to access PBL Works' free resource bank and as a requirement to complete some of today's activities. I recommend bookmarking PBL Works once you have created your account. This task is only meant to take you a couple of minutes. After you create your account, move on to Task 2, A Tale of Two Classrooms, Project as Dessert versus Project as Main Course. This task is meant to take approximately 15 minutes. This activity begins with several resources to look through. First, you will review the embedded Project as Dessert versus Project as Main Course document. This document has 2 sample units that show how projects can either serve as a dessert at the end of a unit or embedded PBL activities throughout the unit. After reviewing the document, open the link for PBL Works Doing a Project versus Project-Based Learning webpage. The Doing a Project versus Project-Based Learning webpage will look like this once you click on the link. This page identifies how teachers have been assigning projects to students for years, but project-based learning is something completely different. So discussed within the article is what exactly is the difference between project-based learning and doing a project. Once you read the information on this webpage, at the very bottom is a short quiz to test your knowledge of projects versus PBL. Take the quiz to see if you know the difference and can go for 8 out of 8. The final part of this task is to then click the link to PBL Works Model Projects Videos webpage and pick one video to watch. The webpage will look like this and you can select a video of interest to you. That's easy to do because all videos are listed by content areas and grade levels. As you watch, think about how the model project relates to the information that you just read on desserts versus main course. Once you've watched your video, you're going to post one response in the discussion board answering the questions that you are prompted with. After submitting your discussion board response, you will move on to Task 3, Project Sample Review. This task is also expected to take approximately 15 minutes. In this task, you will complete the activity by opening the Project Sample Review document and using the link to access PBL Works project samples. Browse the project samples and find at least one project in your grade level or content area that is of the most interest to you. Fill in the table with the information from the project you found. This is what the Project Sample Review document will look like to you once you get into the task. You can see that right there at the top is the link to the PBL Works Project Sample Database. While we're only asking you to complete one project sample, you will see that there are multiple tables for you to record project ideas if you come across more than one that you like. Additionally, if you don't see anything on the PBL Works page that fits your particular area, you can also try exploring the PBL Unit Starters link that is included on this document. After completing the Project Sample Review document, you are ready to move on to your final Task 4, Writing a Driving Question. This final activity is expected to take a remaining 10 to 15 minutes. This final activity takes you into an assignment that has a document with information on writing a driving question. Read the document and all the examples thoroughly. Writing a good driving question is truly an art. Most importantly, a quality driving question is open-ended, engaging for students, and aligned to your learning goals. At the bottom of this page is also a rubric you can use to test yourself as you think of your own driving question. Your assignment is then to submit a potential driving question that you can use for the project you will work on developing in our remaining modules this year. Submit your driving question in the submissions field on Schoology. While I'm not with you in person today, I appreciate you and your engagement in this topic. I hope today's work is meaningful and continues to build a collective understanding and excitement about the potential with project-based learning. Now, time to get started.